Hello, friends. Welcome to Live, Laugh, and Lovey, home of the best television recap podcast. I'm your host, Lovey, and me and my good girlfriends, we take you on a weekly voyage to our favorite shows where we chat, sip on some tea, or an adult beverage, whichever you like, no judgment, and we wave our fans because the shade gets real. So get comfy, grab a snack, and enjoy. In the living room today, we have my girls, Ja and Iva, and we're unpacking Married at First Sight Australia, episode 18 and 19. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey, fans.
How y'all doing?
What y'all sipping on today?
Well, I just have some cranberry juice.
I have cranberry juice with a little bit of vodka.
I have but I didn't think about that. But it's only 3:30 over here, so happy hour is not really officially set off yet. But it's happy hour somewhere, right?
Right, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
And I have a little vodka with you, but I have cranberry and this other is like a new little juice that came out. So it's like a little cocktail kind of juice. It's nice. It's like cran tropical. That's what it's called.
So is it a mocktail or is it a cocktail?
No, it's a cocktail, but it's called cran tropical, and it's by Ocean Spray because you know they have the cran mango juice and the cran others. This is cran tropical.
Okay. All right, so it's a cranberry juice type of night.
Okay, I know, and I don't even know how we all did that.
No, we're trying to keep our system regular.
Hello.
All right. Right. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. First off, I was not expecting Steve to admit that he was not physically attracted to Mishel.
I felt like I saw that coming.
I was on Steve's side. We talked about Mishel. We've been going bad on her for the past week since it started, and now I'm on Michelle's team. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well, like for me, okay, so we know that Steve. For me, okay, what's this thing? You can't fit a square peg into a round
hole.
They just don't mesh. And I don't even think it's about when he said he wasn't physically attracted to her. I think he would have gained some physical attraction had he got the mental attraction. So what I didn't like about Mishel was he had already told her about his fear of water, right?
Oh, yeah, she was on my nerves.
She went and pressed on for him to get in that kayak. Okay.
Yeah, she was on my nerves with that. I'm with you.
But he did it. He's always been a good sport. Although he is kind of blunt and stern in his responses and replies, he pushed on. But I think that has something to do with it too. Like, this lady just don't be listening to me. She felt like she was holding his hand and that was great. And she just wanted to be touched anyway, right? But
yeah, because she wants some.
Yeah.
She wants some, and it's apparent, and it should be okay because that's your whole husband, ma'am. So I completely dig it. I don't know. She was on my nerves with the pushing him. She was really on my nerves, and I was like yelling at the TV, like, "Heifer!" He said no, like hella times, ma'am. I'm tired of you asking him. Like, I fast forwarded y'all, and she was still asking his ass. You understand me? I said, cut it out, ma'am, all the way.
I mean, because she still had a lifetime with him. So there would be other times that she could get him in his comfort zone, know more about him, and then revisit that. It didn't happen. It didn't have to happen on that day.
Right.
You know,
you could have just had him walk in the water. That would have been a good thing for him to do because he didn't even want to do that. So had he just walked in it with you, that would have been nice.
Well, they did walk to a certain point in the water.
Right.
But she could have taken him a little bit deeper to help him overcome, get used to the water. Like, she could have had him do a little doggy paddle or a back. What do you call it when you're laying on your back?
No, he wasn't gonna do that.
Well, it still could have helped him along. But yeah, I do agree that she was pushing. She pushed way too long and too far.
Too hard. She did.
Well, I think that he probably was just like, you know what? I give up. Just do it. Do it. I'm tired of you asking.
But in the end, he did say. He said he was happy he did it, right? Mm-hmm. But to me, it just makes her. If somebody, lets you know their fear, right? Because he didn't even have to tell her he had a fear. That's opening something up about himself. He told her his fear, and he's a man, right? He's letting her know about a fear. And for her to respond that way was just pretty insensitive to me.
Yeah, I thought, oh, it'll be okay. We can just do this though. And he was like, no, I had a bad experience. But I just kept hearing that in my head, come on, let's do it. I've had a bad experience. But it's okay, honey. We can just go to the end. I've had a bad experience. But just sit down on it and we can just. Now, if he'd have turned around and slapped her and said, bitch, I said no, it'd have been a problem, right? I probably would have taken that one. As a woman, I'd have been like, I think you needed that.
Because if he would have did that about going to dinner, right? He wanted to go to dinner and he kept saying, why don't you try? Come on, Mishel. It would have been a problem.
I agree.
So here's my question. What does he like to do? He doesn't like to do anything other than go to dinner.
So now you on Michelle's team, huh?
Not really. Well, half and half. Because I definitely understand where he's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Because eventually, that shit, that's not going to turn you on.
Yeah.
When you obviously see a person who is not willing to take your feelings into consideration consistently, it's going to be a turn off. How do you expect me to get hard after all of that? But, I guess I could say I appreciate his honesty because he's always been forthright with her. But I just wasn't expecting it. But it was the way that the words that he chose. I know he can only say how he feels, but in her mind, he basically said, "Look, right now, I'm not physically attracted to you, but I'm willing to work on it."
In her mind, that's not what he said.
That's what I'm saying. But in her mind, all she heard is, "Damn, you hella ugly. I want nothing else to do with you."
And I've been in that situation, so I understood it. I felt when she felt what she felt, I felt it with her. I've been in that situation before.
But I don't think I think personally, I think he put that out there because at the commitment ceremony, she let everybody know that she basically told him, let's F, right? And he didn't want it to be that way. He basically wants to make love to someone. So I think he wanted to follow up on that, to let her know where his temperature was right now. Although she took it as rejection. I mean, she can take it with a grain of salt. I don't know,
I think she's probably been trying, he may have been trying to, I'm trying to think of the words. He may have just been trying to, I guess where you say follow up, but probably not from just the commitment ceremony, but probably from at home. I have no doubt that she tries to touch him. I have no doubt that she tries to hug and caress him or try to do things to get him to be in that mood. I have no doubt because of what she said at the commitment ceremony and because of the comments that she's made with the other people. So when she
is her winching and winching and winching.
Started winching and winching and winching. But when she says the things, like we are an old couple and this is what it is, I feel that. I was in a relationship, that same thing, and I felt it. I was like, so we need to be doing stuff. We are not old. We are not an old couple, and we're acting settled. So with you being settled, you act like we've done all this before and we've done all that. Now we just chilling. No, we need to do some things and get it together. And at this part of time that they've been in, I mean, heck, we've been watching them for weeks and weeks and weeks now. If they haven't done it by now or even gotten anywhere close, yes, I would start asking, is there an attraction issue? That's the first thing I would, because that's what I did. Is there an attraction issue?
Right.
So what's going on? Because that's heavy. That's heavy. And that also is something that makes you want to think, do you want to stay in the relationship?
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I said, you can't put a square peg into a round peg because, they're not really aligned on much at all. Mm-hmm. So
other than being in the same demographic.
Because right. Because she's going to feel the same way. Like, I'm not physically attracted. I mean, she might get sex out of the deal, but other than that, if he was willing, other than that, you got somebody who's ready for a rocking chair. So, and I feel her. I really feel like I could not be in that situation with someone who's so bored and complacent, in that regard. So she might want to take some time to think about that and think it to me if this is best.
Well, I feel that she's going to put a leave and he's going to put a stay again, and they're going to end up having to stay again.
Okay,
Can,
so.
Can we talk about a couple that ain't going to stay though?
Oh, Johnny and Connie, honey. All day.
I cannot believe that girl felt great and felt wonderful her whole week because she was back to herself, and this man has been sucking up everything that is about himself for the whole week, and that's when she's happy. They need to quit it.
That's because she has been into herself.
Yes.
She has not been checking in with him to see if they are in a line.
Nope. Because when she said, oh my goodness, we've had such fun this weekend. And I was like, okay, girl, well, good. What did y'all do? Y'all compromised? You gave the boy
and she got to play her ball game.
Right. Man.
What do they say? Oh, well, this time she gets to play her ball game. But she looked like she had, I feel like, even though she's an intelligent person, I feel like there's a lot of immaturity she is immature when it comes to relationships.
You think?
Okay? She don't know nothing about
She don't know nothing about a relationship. And then you have to think, with that mom that she has, they have probably stunted that child's growth. I wouldn't be surprised if she's gone out and just well, anyway, like you said, she's emotionally, she's an Iris. She's emotionally insecure, like Iris.
Well, so she studied, obviously, marine biology. I need Connie to study cues as well. Okay,
and human biology.
So you sat up here, Simone, you had a great week, but you pulled the same thing on him at the commitment ceremony. He didn't see that coming. And it was all good when she said she was unhappy. And then after this man's walked on eggshells all week, and then he was trying to find the words to tell her how he was really feeling. And he was almost reluctant to do it, but he had to. When he did it, her face, oh my God, her face.
Yeah, okay? She had a look as though she was blindsided.
She was blindsided. And that wasn't even, I don't think that was fake. She was really blindsided because that's what I'm saying.
Good for the goose is good for the gander because you blindsided him. And that's what put the nail in her coffin because he couldn't get over that she could leave. Over to me, which was some petty stuff that was not deal breakers, but she wanted to leave,
Well, this is her thumbs up right here. This is her thumbs up. When they were talking and she was like, oh, I've had such a wonderful week because he asked her, how's it been? Oh, we've got on, it's great, it's this and this and that. And that fool said, well, I see signs of immaturity and those are red flags to me. She was like, oh, that was his thumbs up. And I couldn't believe it. I was cracking up though, because she was just elated. And then when he said what he said, oh, I've had a horrible week. I said, oh, because I was watching it, sitting down while I was working. I had to stop my whole little queue and turn around to the TV because I could not believe. I said, they are so on the opposite page like that, to where she's having the best week ever. And this fool is over here miserable, about to pull all his little hair out.
Well, she might walk away another Natasha, where she has a lot of takeaways, and maybe learn. I don't,
They were happy when they left, though.
She should. Well, Natasha knew that at the end of the day, although she seems to start liking Mikey, she knew that he really wasn't up her speed. Okay, she was in the experiment and she was actually dedicated to it. So she was willing to, move along and, see, what do you call that, do the test of time or something like that. That's what I felt about her. So I don't feel like, I think she was more brokenhearted over the fact that he allowed someone to drive a wedge in between them, which is kind of to me what I felt what he did. But,
Yeah, but Connie is just so self-involved and she doesn't know how to be any other way. Because she hasn't been properly taught by her mom. And then two, she's not, like you're saying, she's not mentally mature enough to recognize and acknowledge her fault in the situation. Because she's just thinking it's one-sided. Oh, what? You unhappy? I mean, it's like we were saying, where she really had a look of honesty.
Yeah.
Where she was
was
blindsided.
really
She's like, "Well," I was like, "Girl, why are you so shocked?" But here's my question: how closely was this conversation from the commitment ceremony? Because if it were just like a couple of days or maybe even a week prior to, I think Johnny could have given it at least another week to see if things would in fact pick up, because he could have also helped educate her to let her know, hey, this is, and people who are listening, this is all part of being in a relationship. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to talk to one another, because if you sit up there playing the guessing game and the woulda, coulda, shoulda, it's not going to work. You're going to be in the same situation that Johnny and Connie are in right now.
I think that his due for a checkup was asking her, or was trying to let her know where he was like, oh, did you like this week? Yes, I did. Okay, well, let me tell you, this week wasn't even me. So
yeah, but see, Johnny
I was walking on eggshells, and now we need to know if you know what we're going to do. We can give it another week because they may have a few days, but she can't shut down, that's not going to happen because she shut down before they even left the park.
But see, Johnny knows if he's going to take this thing further, he can't use social media. He might can't hang out with his friends and be like, hey, babe, can we cancel? I mean, he got a whole lot to be dealing with, okay? Because she's almost needy, too, you know.
Kind of. What she is.
Yeah.
You heard what he said. You know, she's controlling.
So if I was
him, don't like that at all.
So I really don't blame him. And I'm not saying that I was not a Connie fan, and I was really rooting for them, too.
Me too.
We all were.
But yeah, Johnny, it'll be greater later for you with somebody else.
Yeah, he looked cute in that Tommy ball cap, though. I was like, okay, Johnny, I'll see you. I thought
it's not going to be so easy for her to get somebody, though. But yeah, he can move on, okay?
I think she gonna shut all the way back down. I hope she doesn't go back in that other shell though and keep all this, because all that he brought out, the cute and the dress and the face, and that was cute. She looked a lot better than when we first saw her, and you know they said Connie. I was like, ooh.
Is she gonna be looking like Molly Maid at the next commitment ceremony?
Yeah, we're gonna see how she interacts.
She better come in a hot red dress and something to talk about. Leave.
Yeah. But I did like how the couples, had a day out together.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is so wanting to know about Yvonne and Alex's sex life. And
I'm telling you, he done already hit, and he keeping it to himself. He don't kiss and tell. That's what he let people know.
Yeah.
But
Alex don't want nobody to know.
Well, no, Alex is going along out of respect, unlike Natasha.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like that could have been a teaching moment for the both of them. I mean, because they're both in the experience together. And, that could have been conversation that, even though he's not kissing and telling, that still could have been, Yvonne could have been an outlet for Johnny, for him to vent his frustrations to him. Because, again, only the four of them know what it's like to be in this position. So, they could have had a chance to be able to talk it out. But I get it. Hey, they not telling Jack.
Hopefully they did it, if they had a conversation, maybe they did that offline.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think Johnny is in that same position as Steve. I'm not physically attracted because of her, her mind. Yeah, her mind is not attractive. So.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. So clearly we see Australia deals with self-esteem issues.
Lots.
Because we just can't seem to get it right. I miss my Kathy and Josh. Oh, Kathy and Josh. Drew and Casey. So,
no, let's go over Mike.
That's
Mike
right.
And
they were so fast, and
because they were trying to do the others.
But okay, Stacy.
She going back, girl.
Okay, here she goes. They show them in the bed, right? Seeing that obviously they woke up together, and she said, "You shouldn't even be here right now." But you had him there, so what is the point? Okay.
Check this out, Deborah Cox.
He did all this, he brought out all the stops, right? I don't give a damn. Because to me, you're still not trustworthy. And I don't understand how she's just so trusting. I don't understand her. I don't understand, especially I feel like she should be extra, considering his behavior because she has children.
Correct. But the reason that she is accepting his behavior is because she has children.
Well, you don't bring that kind around your children because
she does.
He already does not behave when he drinks, and then he does extra things that cause him infidelity. I mean, come on now. That's just a double hit.
I had to dream that you were with Haley. Girl, get a Deborah Cox.
She's not gonna never live that down though. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. He's already humiliated her. How many times does this man need to humiliate you? So I'm not rooting for them. Plus they were messy together. They both were hella messy together. So I don't think there's gonna be anything good come to either one of them. Well, I feel like we'll see, in the reunion, maybe not to the reunion, but maybe a year from now, we'll see that they parted ways because
they're gonna be together and they're gonna have a baby.
Oh, well, I don't know about all that. Dang, you already got her pregnant?
I don't know what he put on her, but he was not her type in the beginning. And all of a sudden,
nope.
But you know what? Maybe she likes bad boys because he's kind of the bad boy. And maybe
we have no idea what her child's father was like. They don't even talk about that person.
And then let's consider she's 26. So to me, excuse my French, but she's young, dumb, and full of cum to me.
Pretty much. But
she said pretty much.
But did anybody catch how her angry face, it still looks like her happy face? I was like, boy, that Dr. Botox your ass up.
To death. And her lips got bigger.
Lipstick on her. She's already pink.
Her lips got bigger.
She wears that pink, like this, this pale pink. It's like
flesh tone for her.
Yeah. Stop it, Stacey.
I'm so over Stacey and Michael. Next, moving on. Let's talk about the newer couples.
Casey. Can we talk about Casey and Drew?
Yes,
and
Casey.
Talk about his living roommate. Let's see how that's gonna work.
No, can we first go over their wedding first? Can we start at the wedding?
Okay.
Because there were parts of the reception that I missed, but I liked when they initially saw each other. They were initially attracted, and they are an attractive looking couple, I must say.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
Physically. Now, mentally, that's another thing. But what happened? Was there any things that were notable that happened at the reception? The receptions with family or friends, or was there any haters in the whole thing, or everybody was good on board? What?
She was good with it until she found out that his flatmate is a woman, and then when she asked, "Oh, is she here?" Oh no, she couldn't make it. Oh,
okay, so that was already first of mind to her, even on her wedding day, because we know she moved forward with that after they discovered the toy.
Yeah,
that was what the toy was the next day, right?
Yeah, the next day. Right.
Yeah. So she already knew that. That's when she started asking those questions later on, like, so are you gonna choose me? And he hesitated too long for me. That was not just editing. You're not about to tell me if you choose me, are you gonna choose me above that?
Well, why are you asking that question anyway?
Because he used to date his flatmate, so she got suspicious issues.
Oh, so that's the problem. So they used to date.
Yes.
Oh, see, that went right over my head because I was wondering why it was a big deal that he had a roommate that gave him a goddamn toy. Okay,
that's a girl.
That's why.
That's a girl. First, she got mad because the roommate was a girl.
I get where she's going with that, but I just have this thing with the opposite sex being friends. If I'm married to you, and this is someone, because I'm really good friends with my ex, and whoever I'm currently seeing, I'll explain. Well, I won't always explain it, but if it comes to
I will.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem. I'm not going to hide it, but I'll explain like, hey, my ex and I, we're really good friends. Trust me, there is nothing going on. And you have to trust that. Because please believe, if something were to happen between me and you, he going to be there. And I don't like when somebody new comes along and try to dictate my friendships. Don't do that. Because they were here before you, and they'll be here after you.
During you.
But outside of it being an ex, I have many platonic friends that are males, like 3 close ones, and they come with the relationship. You know, they come with, you need to be accepting of them just like you're accepting of my children. So I didn't, when they were having the conversation, she said that he was being defensive. I just seen him answering. I didn't see any defensiveness. I saw a lot of condescending. She was being very condescending and demanding with him of somebody you've known all of 24 hours.
20 minutes.
That's a bit much.
She
was trying to push up on him.
Yeah, she was asking questions and coming at him as though they'd known each other a lot longer than what they had. It's just like, come on now. And I said this the other day about New Orleans. Be in the moment. Be in the moment. You know, all of those formalities and the chit chats, and you're gonna learn more about the person. That's gonna come. It's gonna come whether you like it or not. But just be in the moment. Now, the doll, I will say, is a little creepy.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Man with stuffed animals. I didn't know what to say with that. I don't know what the purpose of. I don't understand the purpose of a stuffed animal. I don't like them. They're useless things to me. But you know, hey, it's just.
I didn't know why. I didn't know what the purpose was of him bringing it though either.
Yeah. So I if I were Casey, I'd be like, okay, well, going forward, I'll have a chit chat with the flatmate myself.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to meet her. She's
hey,
the first person I want to meet.
Right.
I want to meet before your mama. Does she know that you're here? Did she know that you're here?
But why
she couldn't make it. Okay, bad.
I don't get that, but why? Like, until she crosses some boundaries, then I feel like you read her right. But I mean, come on now. So can you go to, you know, if you're gonna have the lunch where, like, basically was Casey? She's telling him he can't go to lunch with somebody. I don't know where he works at, what kind of job he has, but you're going to encounter the opposite sex at work and other places. So knock it off. Knock it off.
But what I'm saying, going forward, if the flatmate chooses to pull another move like this, nah, because then
so what move did she pull?
With the toy. Okay, I get. Hey, this is a thing. Say like little. Crazy.
I think it was some type of insider that we don't know what it is.
Right. And, okay, that's where I'm going. So, hey, this is good luck on your wedding, and you're going to do great.
So she wasn't at the wedding?
No, she was not at the wedding. So that could have been her representation.
She couldn't make it because she asked, oh, is she here? Oh, she couldn't make it.
Right. But what I'm saying is, maybe that was her piece. That was her piece of a representation. Okay, I'm leaving you on my mind. I mean, I'm gonna be on your mind because I done left this doll here, so you're gonna automatically think of me every time you see it. Okay.
Well, I mean, he's obviously going to go live with her, so he doesn't have a roommate anymore.
Right.
Wait. So then we thought about this. Go ahead, Lovey, because I want to say something about that part too.
Okay. So going forward, if she chooses to pull something like this in the future. Okay, so now in my mind, I'll be like, okay, what kind of joke y'all got going on? I want to be a laugh too. I don't want to be the butt of the joke. I want to know what y'all laughing at. What's behind all of this? So when I say we gonna have a talk, okay, yeah, all it is, we're not gonna do this no more. This gonna stop. You need to say hi. You need to say bye. Okay, but I mean, but as far the friendship could go on, yes, absolutely. Yeah. But to be leaving little trinkets here and there, like some breadcrumbs, like you Hansel and Gretel, no, don't do that.
I'm with you on that. Now that there, I'm with you on. Like I said, I'm not a jealous person. I don't care about encounters with the opposite sex, but I'm territorial.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm territorial as well. I was laughing because when he pulled out the doll, I was trying to see how big it was to see if it had like a little video cam, like those video dolls, those little teddy bears. I was like, okay, that helped for trying to see. But I wanted to know why she felt the need to give that doll. Okay, that's fine. You're right. We could have some personal stuff. Then when she asked him, well, what do you guys go out a lot? Oh, yeah, if she's there, we'll get up. We'll go get coffee. We do that in the morning. We'll do that together.
But he also said he didn't see her a lot, too.
He did. Now, when he said when she said, well, are you gonna, like, if it's between us, are you gonna, see me, or are you gonna choose her? That fool said, if I live with you.
Uh-huh. I heard him when he said that too.
He said it. He said, if. Now, if I live with you, then of course I won't
Did
see
he
her
say
anymore.
if I live with you or if you live with me?
If
Either
I
way,
live with you.
same
Either way, it was the same
same
thing. He
connotation.
said, if I live with you.
But I think he said that because he was pressed, because she said she told him what he's supposed to be saying is saying, okay, if your wife says that's, and I was looking at his reaction, and he was still smooth and cool, but I know inside he was probably like, this bitch is motherfucking crazy.
She is. I mean, she coming hard already.
So I think the response would have been different had her delivery been different and she wasn't so aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So their presence at the commitment ceremony is going to be very interesting.
I'm waiting. I'm hoping that they're going to be there next week, and I'm hoping that they go to dinner, because then the other people will be like, hey, well, they already know that you bring new couples, but this was new for us. If I tell you, I was so juiced when I turned the damn TV on. I said, oh, yes!
Well, that takes away from, me feeling like this is a competition and who's going to be the
Australian Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I told you, remember way back, I was like, oh, there's like some couples that are missing. Well, maybe they were taken out of the footage and we just going with what they currently have. Nope, I see they coming back. All right, so let's go ahead and get to Seb, aka Sebastian and Lizzie.
Okay, Lizzie.
He's
first off, before you get on Seb, Iva, that Sam's hell wrong with her. You want to go to another experiment after having a epic failure on the first one, and then you want to show up with all these insecurities. I don't know who's the producer of MAFS, but can we find people with not so much goddamn baggage, please?
But my thing is, if you wanted to, why are you so? I understand that you have walls up. I dig it. I understand that you have walls up. I understand that you have baggage coming. However, you chose to do this again, and they let you. So why are you a walking contradiction? Oh, I want love. I want this. I want happiness. I had such a bad experience last time. The dude was a jerk. We had this. We had that. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I've been chosen for a second chance. I want a second chance at love. Walk down the aisle. First thing you say, I just hope I get a honeymoon. Because last time, I'm like, girl.
Well, he didn't recognize
every time. He did.
He did not.
He did
not. But
he did.
Eventually, when she said it, yeah. But he didn't recognize her from the beginning.
When he looked at her and his eyes went like this. That's why he did that. Because he said
she said obviously he didn't recognize me, but a few of his guests did. They said that's the lady.
Yeah, his guests did, but he said I didn't realize it until she said it, and then it dawned like, oh, that is her. But he didn't recognize her from the gate.
I thought he did because he had a crush on her.
Yeah, because she was, he deemed her as cute. She looked better as a blonde, as a platinum blonde.
Me too. I thought so too.
The blonde was
I think she looks plainer now. She doesn't have have as much makeup on.
Yeah, that dark hair.
Yeah.
She looks like two different completely people.
She does look like two completely different people. Mm-hmm. She does. Yeah. Except for when she opened up her mouth. Mm-hmm. She looks like completely.
Again, can we stop? Let me send a PSA, which stands for Public Service Announcement, to the Australians. Please stop with the lip injections. Again. Please stop with the lip injections. This service announcement is over.
Yeah, she was looking a little platypudish.
A little pouty.
Yeah, pouty. She was. I don't think hers is as bad as everyone else's.
As Stacy's, correct.
But
nobody's is
okay, but which bride did we see that did not have a Mishel? Or did Mishel have them?
Connie.
Yeah, Connie, Mishel. Did we think Poppy had any?
I was gonna say Poopy didn't have none.
Yeah, we don't think she had any.
Vanessa.
Well, I know they don't cost that much money. So
well, I guess not.
But everyone else, they have them, and they just looks. Amanda, she didn't have any either. But
I'm just offended by them because they don't look anything like my lips.
I just don't like that they don't look real. I think that if you pay that money, you're supposed to pay enough money, which is a reason why I've always had a problem with Nicki Minaj's booty. If you're going to pay for something and all that money, aren't you supposed to pay for it to look real so that people have to ask if it's real or not?
Mm-hmm. All right. So Lizzie, again, these women are dealing with self-esteem issues and they lack self-confidence. I'm with you, Ja, where if you're going to participate in the experience for a second time, you are supposed to entrust that the professionals have aligned you with someone that's going to work for you, especially the second time go round. Because based on the clips that we saw, we didn't see very many clips of the previous guy, but he did seem like he was a little.
But I don't want to hear about Sam right now.
Right, because we're supposed to be focused on Sam.
Yeah, well, they have to, because if she grows, they're going to need to be able to show her growth. I still didn't understand what they were talking about with the thumb thing. I'm lost. I guess
something about you did put your thumb
in my mouth.
You did put your thumb in my mouth.
My mouth,
you did.
Yes.
It was like,
so I'm going to have to go. And see, you did it, and now I'm going to be the one getting the blame for it. Getting the blame for what? Y'all was over here thumb sucking. What is going on?
But when you get in a new and fresh relationship, you cannot take your past and use it on the next person. That is not
your baggage. You're not supposed to take your experience.
I mean, if you're going to do it, just keep it internalized. Don't do this comparison. But wait a minute. My favorite part was when the honeymoon, they got in the room and it said, he's funny. I like funny men. He was like,
the robot.
He turned around and he's like, we're going to have a good time.
Oh, no, the Terminator. Was it the Terminator? I was like, you're so corny.
Okay. So with him being corny, does he or does he not look like Prince Harry?
Yes. And he was out on that, like, their little, like, patio, and I was just looking at him, and this is just a personal thing with me. I don't like men. Please. I hate to see men with shorts on and it's below their knee. It's like...
Oh, the walking shorts?
Yeah.
That's old people. But maybe you had to check because he is, 6'6"?
Yeah, he's tall.
So he might have to,
If he walk around with some Bermuda
shit, them pants on you.
That's what made him look like Prince Harry, because he was so kind of dressed casual day.
I didn't have a problem with it. I think it's his height. I think if he were wearing some Bermuda shorts, it would have been too much.
They'd have been look like tidy whities.
Yeah.
I like how he was reassuring her when she was sitting down on that patio, was at lunch or dinner or whatever, and when he was I know she's having doubts. I know where she's having doubts. I'm gonna win my wife over. I'm gonna let her know. I've got you. I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna do. Yes, I'm gonna protect you.
There.
I've got you. This and that, and I understood that part. Of course, you still want to be like, okay, homie, I get it. But when she was like, I'm not sure, and I'm not this, and he put it out there. I can see myself falling in love with you. I know you had a bad experience last time. Let's do stuff different this time. Let's go somewhere. I know that you didn't go last time. He's acknowledging that. I know you didn't go last time. Hell, we all seen it on TV last year. I seen you. So now I saw you. I seen you last season. So come on, boo. We about to do something new.
Yeah, but she just gotta trust the process. That's the problem.
I think she does now, though.
Oh, yeah, but you know what? Don't set any expectations just because you're thirsty. And that's just the way I look at her. Like, you're not going to do it again, and then you're going to get to the altar with all these things in your head, and we supposed to feel bad for it? No, because you're thirsty. What do they say? They say, he who finds a wife. So let him find you, boo.
All right.
Spoken from the married person, y'all. To the
Right.
single people.
I never gonna wait till I would say I'm
We
looking.
hella single on here.
Right, and she just celebrated her 3rd-year anniversary.
Anniversary.
Woo woo. Okay, and
Team Creole.
and marriage, like they say, it is work. It is work.
It is.
Work.
It's
It
work.
But it's
is.
only
I tell people.
it feels like work only if you make it feel like work.
But
You know what I'm saying?
before, it is a concerted effort. We had
Right.
before. It's more of sort of concerted effort than work. People won't identify with the work because it just feels like a lot of people want to be married, but they don't want to do the work.
They don't want to do the work. Exactly.
They want the wedding.
Exactly. And I tell people it is not 50-50. It is 100-100.
Yes.
You know, and if someone is working at 80% that day, that's when the other person is taking over, and we understanding that. It's just you can't give a little and then stop and be like, okay, let me give. Like if you filling a cup, if you filling up your cup and then someone drinks it, it's still not full again. You have to keep filling it. You can't be like, I just filled that cup 20 minutes ago. I'm just tired. I'm not about to fill it no more. You can't do that because then it's gonna die, or it's gonna dry up, or it's gonna get drank, or someone else will start filling it up. Then we got a problem.
So, but yeah, she seemed reassured when he said, "I could see myself falling in love with you," and you know, we have seen other people who said that they felt. Well, I think we saw probably in the U.S. there was a couple where the guy was saying he had never been in love and he didn't know if he would fall in love, and it was a big deal. But he came out and said it within 24 hours. I mean, he didn't say the L word, but he mentioned the L word. So yeah, so she doesn't self-sabotage. Maybe something good can happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the couples, I can't wait to see them at the newer couple, shall I say. I can't wait to see them at the commitment ceremony. And, you know, will the other couples will be aware that they're coming? Or will it be a shock? You know, when they come to the dinner and they be like, well, what's that?
Well, I was thinking that too, but I was thinking because they've seen the experiment before, I'm pretty sure this isn't new. So they'll probably be like, oh, we got new people.
Oh, yeah,
you know what
because,
I mean?
because they did, the experts did say, you know, we basically, you know, we got to throw a little monkey wrench into the plans. Okay.
But then my thing is, did the experts pull these people in? I know we had people leave, but then did they pull the people in because they want to show us a bunch of couples? Because, you know, the possibility of Johnny, Connie, Mishel, and Steve leaving, and this would be a filler. I don't know.
But I told y'all there was like 1,000 episodes left.
I know. I'm so glad because I was like, I couldn't see us doing 52 more episodes on these mofos. Everybody gonna have a stay and a leave until it be the last one. You know what I mean? They're gonna keep giving them that 1 week. I'm gonna be like, damn it, man, just go ahead and leave, Jesus, just leave.
Well, the leading couple right now is Yvonne and what's his Alex.
The royalty couple.
Yeah, I'm still shocked.
He is tight to the vest, ain't he?
So really how he is as a husband.
Me too.
Yeah, we all had our doubts about Yvonne.
Yes,
There's no socks wearing on his wedding day having so.
And I think they about to end up being the gold couple.
Yeah, I think I can see them running for the hills. I just
All right. Well, I can't wait for next week. So yeah. Any predictions other than what we've already stated? Mishel, Steve.
Well, I think you're gonna see Connie probably crying on that couch. Or either she's either gonna be one or two things. She's gonna be crying or mad on the couch.
Mad.
You think she's gonna talk to her mom?
Please don't. If so, talk to her ass when you leave. Don't show us that. Because I don't want to see that girl. I would be so upset. I know you want to see it, Lovey, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to see her mama make her feel worse than she does sometimes. I don't see that. Let that girl be spared. You know.
So is Mishel gonna leave before she gets to the couch?
Oh, that's
no. She gonna leave on the couch, and he gonna say stay, cause he gonna be like, well, I didn't think that there's anything wrong. She might shut down at the house.
Oh, do you find Steve's? Cause I'm neutral on them. I just don't see them as a fit. So I'm neutral in where they are. But do you find Steve to be passive aggressive sometimes? That's what I think. He's passive aggressive. I mean, he gets on the couch and then, he's kind of brutal, but then, other times he's kind of brutal. Then he gets on the couch and then he's, he wants to steal stuff.
Right. Well, now, I guess we'll find out. Stay tuned. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. We love and appreciate you lending us your eyes and ears. Don't forget to catch all of our past and current episodes on Pop Break TV and thepopbreak.com. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.